Hey guys, we welcome you into another episode of NJ Talking. We're going to be discussing our part two tier rankings of fan bases. So it's basically going to be the AFC. I'm here with my co-host Jack. How you doing there, pal?
Doing all right. Just had Taco Bell. I might have to leave mid-episode and hit the toilet real quick. But other than that, doing pretty good. I'm ready to get into it. All right. So the first fan base we are ranking today is the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, so I went to school in pretty much Western PA, close to the Maryland border. I know a lot of Baltimore fans. They're fucking nuts.
Yeah. Um, I do have to give them props though. They're very dedicated to their team. I mean, they bleed purple.
Oh
Um,
yeah, they're very dedicated. And
so
they chirp. Dude,
yeah,
they're ruthless.
yeah.
I
Um,
would throw them in the S tier.
I think they're S tier. The fan base coming up though is definitely better. So I
Yeah,
you know I
we
I
could
think
we could reevaluate. Maybe we put them in A for now.
I think we go A for now.
Yeah,
I think we go A. Um,
because nobody's beating the Bills
Bills
Mafia.
Mafia baby. I mean, come on,
I'm
you
telling you
can't,
right now, if they win the Super Bowl this year, I'll jump through a table.
dude. Okay, we're filming this.
I know.
We're filming this. Hopefully
They
there's
win the
a lot
Super
of.
Bowl, I will jump through a table.
Okay, you heard it here first, folks. Uh, let's go Bills. They're S tier. I mean, they're so great to their players too. I mean, they donate to their charities. They donate to opposing teams' charities too. Like
Yep.
they are
Well,
a great fan base. Um, Bengals, Joe Brr,
Joe
uh,
Burr.
Joe Brr.
So personally, Bengal fans are coming out of the woodwork ever since they got Joe Burrow.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I can't really blame the fans though because their ownership kind of sucks. They're in Ohio and they don't have an indoor practice facility.
right. Pretty fucking boneheaded decision there. Also, this has nothing to do with the fan base, but Joe Burrow, top two sexiest man alive, top two. Um, so I think that boosts them up a little bit. But
Yeah, man. So where are you thinking you'd throw them?
well, what you said first about the fan base, there is more Bengal fans now than ever before. I don't respect that. I don't like that. So
No,
I'm thinking
you know,
C.
I think I'd put them in a C. They're not terrible. They're definitely
Yeah.
loyal fans, but they're coming out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
And they don't really chirp you that much. Like you can have a good time,
Yeah,
with them. So I'd say C. They're pretty average. Pretty average.
the
Browns.
dog pound.
The
When a fan base has their own name, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Um, I love the fans that had the brown paper bags on their heads for 0 and 6 0 and 16.
Dude, there's nothing better than those pictures. I mean, the
I
Giants have been pretty fucking close.
yeah, I love this fan base. They are not afraid to chirp their own team, which I respect. So
And
honestly,
they've
like
suffered. And they were still there showing up in numbers.
right, right. They are
0 and
loyal.
16 and they were fucking there.
Yeah, they're loyal. They went through a hard patch. They should be a little better with the sex offender at the helm, but Um, so they're so loyal. I think I gotta give him an A out of respect.
Yeah, I would definitely go A. And I just want to add to that. Like, you know how loyal they are when they're 0 and 16, where Bud Light goes, if they win a game, we're going to sponsor the city's
Yeah,
beer intake for the next night?
yeah. That
Like, that's some serious shit.
that's honestly a goated move by Bud Light too.
Oh, yeah.
But that wouldn't have happened with any other fan base, I don't think. So I'm thinking A.
Yeah. If you don't think that happens with any other fan base, that might bump them to S.
I mean, it hasn't happened with any other fan base.
What other team has struggled that much
Yeah. All
for
right.
years in a row?
I vote to move them to S.
Okay.
Do you agree?
It's hard with the Bills sitting right there.
I know.
And I can't say they're better fans than the fucking Ravens. Keep them an A. Keep them
All
an
right. Yeah, that you got me with that Ravens line there. That was a good point. Denver fans.
You might have a little bias in your household there, pal.
Little bit. But I think they're pretty average. I mean, they're pretty loyal. They have not been great. So I think that
Yeah,
shows a little bit.
I'd throw them an average too. I'd throw them in a C. I
Yeah.
mean, they like to live in the glory days.
Of
And
Elway.
all you hear about is John Elway and then Peyton Manning when you decided to go there.
Right.
And then, like, ever since then, you don't hear of a Denver
I mean,
fans.
now they got Russ.
Yeah, so you'll hear him again this year.
Yeah. I think C is
I would go
fine.
C. Oof. I don't know. The Texans. They're the number 2 team in Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. They really need to do better in their own area. For that
They might not
reason,
even be the number 2 team in Texas. If we're combining all sports,
well, no, we're not. We're just doing football. I know what you mean. I'm just
some of
saying
those high school football games in Texas might have more of a following than the Texans.
you are not kidding. They do not fuck around with football in Texas. They
Oh shit.
which is kind of shocking that they've allowed this team to be so bad. I think this fan base is below average, honestly.
I don't really have anything nice to say except put them in the D.
Yeah, I will say they have been through a lot of hardships though.
JJ Watt loved that city though.
Yeah, JJ Watt made that city.
Yeah.
So I think
left that city.
yeah. All right, D tier. Colts fans.
I'm gonna struggle with this one to be honest with you.
I think right off the bat, my instinct is telling me B.
B.
But that's just because they've had a lot of good years too. So like we don't know if they're that loyal. I mean, they have struggled a little bit recently, but like they are very loyal. They are very loyal.
They're very loyal. And I mean, I sit here and I'm like, this is where my bias is going to come in. I sit here and I listen to Pat McAfee every day, and the way he raves about how that city is and was to him kind of makes me want to push him to at least a B.
Yeah. Yeah. I
don't know if I'd throw him an A just because of the powerhouses we have in A, but they're definitely better than Bengals and Denver fans.
Absolutely. I think B is a fair ranking.
Oh boy.
Jaguars. I mean, D tier. I'm feeling that right off the rip.
Yeah. I mean, I do know a few Jaguar fans too, who've been lifelong Jaguar fans, and they've just.
I will say I've been to a Jaguars game. It was actually a Jaguar versus the Broncos game, and there were more Broncos fans there than Jaguars fans.
Okay, that's enough. So we already have Broncos above that, so you got to put them below that.
Yeah. Chiefs fans. Okay. To all Chiefs fans who like Patrick Mahomes' wife and brother, go fuck yourself. Okay. They are arguably the two most annoying people to ever see a television screen. Okay.
How about a phone screen? Not even a television screen.
Yeah. Any screen whatsoever. This fan base, if you don't like Mahomes' brother and wife, I love you. I love you.
We salute you.
But you probably do like them. So that makes me think you're a piece of shit. So I'm just gonna go D tier just for that reasoning alone.
Okay, no way. Are you kidding me? That place is always loud as shit. Dude. No way. All right, I know you don't like
can outweigh 70,000. Okay,
I know you don't. I know you don't like Jackson Mahomes and Pat's wife, but my God, Dude, they were screaming. They were loud when Alex Smith was the
They
quarterback.
were okay. They were terrible for a long time, and now they're good. So it's their time.
But they were loud when Alex Smith was there. They were
Yeah,
loud before Alex Smith. Like
very loyal.
they're extremely loyal. I'd throw them in an A.
Oh my God, no.
I'd throw them in an A. You're throwing them in a D. So I guess if we meet in the middle, they're a B.
Look, okay, it's just my passion or my feelings towards two people are heavily weighing my decision right now.
Yeah. Okay. So B or C.
I could say B. I'll go B. Although Arrowhead is pretty hard to play in the winter. All right, all right, all right, all right. We'll keep them in A for a little bit. For a little bit. It hurts that I'm looking at this right now with Chiefs in A. Chargers. You know what? Pretty
They
average.
moved to LA.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I would go average. They're not even the team to be in LA.
I I think they're kind of average only because I think you can have a good time with them. They're not assholes. They're just kind of laid back.
Yeah, but that's what you said for like the Broncos, and I think there's less fans at the fucking Chargers games than there are Broncos.
Yeah. It don't wasn't there like some report that like they were struggling to fill SoFi?
Yeah.
That was the Chargers, right? Not the Rams.
Yes, the Chargers were having problems filling the
Yeah.
seat.
Yeah.
They
All
should go
right.
back to San Diego.
Yeah. All right. D tier.
Although if they start winning, they're probably going to fill that stadium up pretty quick.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I wouldn't throw them in D. Shit.
See, this is
Probably
kind of
throw
tough.
them in D. I would probably throw them in D.
Yeah.
That
I
hurts me a little bit, but
yeah. All right. Raiders fans, this one's a little tricky. Oakland fans are amazing.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Vegas fans, eh.
Dude, no, what are you talking about? They've made the most money out of any stadium in 2021 and
But are they
2022.
as fiercely loyal as Oakland fans?
Dude, they're nut jobs. They dress up.
Okay. All right. All I know is that they have a nightclub in their stadium, and I think that's awesome.
I would throw them in A or S.
Whoa. Even in Vegas, not Oakland.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Hey, you're educating me here. So I'll take your lead.
So I'd probably throw them in A or throw them in A. I can't throw them above those teams we have in A.
Yeah. It's gonna be really hard to throw another team in S. Really hard.
We have a little bit of a bias.
Yeah. Yeah. Miami fans.
C.
One thing I will say is you guys need to give Tua a freaking chance. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Give him a chance.
How
Okay?
about Tyreek Hill saying he's the same as Patrick Mahomes?
Okay, that's a bit much. That's a bit much, but Dolphin fans, lay off a Tua, okay? Give him some time to develop.
Yeah.
So for that, I don't really like you guys, but you guys have stuck for a long time. They are pretty loyal.
They're better than Jaguar fans.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. They're definitely a better Florida team than the Jaguars. So see.
All right. This next team, I really don't like bashing on Boston sport fans because they're all nuts and they're all crazy, but
Yeah.
I cannot stand Patriot fans.
Yeah, a lot less after Brady left. Interesting.
It is a lot less. Once Brady left, they all jumped ship and became the fair weather fans of the Bucks. I
Yep.
find that pretty interesting how you could do that.
Yep.
There's
Now
very few Patriot fans that are like diehard Patriot fans through and through. I noticed a lot of them jumping.
yeah. Um
But ever since Brady left, they don't chirp as much, so they're kind of like not as annoying anymore.
which is good for us.
Yeah. I
But
mean, Tom
with
Brady's only losses in the Super Bowl were the Giants until the fucking Eagles beat him.
yeah, and I will say with Brady at the helm though,
Oh, they run bad.
Foxborough Foxborough was a tough place to play.
With Brady, if you do it, that you throw that in the S tier
Yeah,
because that's ridiculous.
yeah,
But we're going without Brady, and I think
yeah,
we gotta show a little bit of respect and put him in the B.
yeah. I agree. Um, this team coming up,
B.
I wish we had an F tier. They can fuck off.
We share a stadium with them, and there's
Yeah,
more Giant games at Jet games than, or more Giant fans at Jet games than there are Jet fans.
yeah. Jet fans are like bottom feeders. They're just, you know, they're splitting the stadium with us. It was Giant Stadium, okay? And now it's MetLife Stadium, okay? We all know it should be named Giant Stadium.
Well, they changed the name because the Jets actually paid for more of the stadium itself.
Still, does not matter. It should be Giant Stadium still. There's more Giant fans than Jet fans. I think this team should honestly go right into the NFC column just for the visual representation of below D.
We can put them in there, but
Yeah. So they're going to go right in the bottom, right there.
that's hilarious. Okay, so I'm looking at this rankings the way we have it breaking down, and these next two teams, I'm going to struggle placing very much.
these these are going to be rough because I will say, going back to Pat McAfee, he talks about Pittsburgh too. And he has really shined a light onto that culture there. Like this football team is like it consumes people's lives
Oh yeah,
in Pittsburgh. Like it's crazy. I think they deserve maybe S tier.
I would throw them in the S, but they're also annoying.
Yeah, they're very annoying. But
Their team's always good, so they can be annoying.
yeah, they have arguably the greatest head coach, or not the great, but one of the greatest head coaches of all
They're
time.
a losing season. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd throw them in there. Dude. Okay, at least you see. That's where I was going to struggle because, like, I didn't want to throw them in the A, and
they're
I
better.
still don't think they're as crazy as the Bills Mafia, but they're definitely better than A.
They're I think they're up there with
I'd throw them in the S though.
yeah, yeah.
Now
Um,
the Titans.
I have a
What?
lot of bias here.
Oh yeah, this is your team. So the Bills are my AFC team that I root for. The Titans are your AFC team that you root for.
Yeah.
So your bias is going to come out.
So I'm gonna let you take the lead here and just kind of give me your thoughts here because I don't want to be too biased here.
Well, okay. So if I'm going to be honest, I didn't really know much of Titans fans when they weren't good. And then they've been good for the past couple years. Derrick Henry's a monster. Um, so I'd probably throw them in a B tier because I don't think they're as good or loyal or as crazy as the teams we have in A. And I don't think it's respectful enough to put them in a C tier. So I think if I really think about it, where they fit in our list, it would be B.
Yeah, I I think B is a fair ranking. Obviously, I mean, I would pull for S tier here. But I think B is legit. I think B is a legit answer.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just kind of look through the list here for a second. And if we see any like discrepancies, you know, kind of fix it. I mean, so far, I think
I think we
the
did a pretty fire job.
yeah, the only thing I'm struggling with is the Kansas City Chiefs, but I know their fans are good, and I know there's only
So the only thing
two.
I'm struggling with looking at that is I think we keep the Kansas City Chiefs and swap the Pats and the Browns.
Whoa, really?
I do.
I don't.
Because like you said, when Brady was there, Foxborough was legit.
Foxborough was
And
almost
I don't think it
impossible
would
to
I
play.
think I think if the Patriots make it back into the playoffs and have home field, it's still going to be like legit.
I I could see that. Get behind Mac Daddy there.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time looking at this list again, and I'm thinking the dog pound might have to move down the tier. Swap the Pats and the dog pound.
Uh, that's painful, man. That is so painful.
It is very painful.
That
Painful as a Giant fan to do that.
uh
But looking at this list and like
I
reevaluating,
don't yeah, I think the Titans are more on par with the Browns and Colts than the Pats.
yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying. Like that's really what made when we put the Titans in that list. I was like, yo, what?
when you said swap the dog pound with the Pats, that's when it hit me. Like I'm actually gonna have to do it. Like it
Yeah,
hurt. It hurt. Uh that hurts. That one stings more than the Chiefs for sure.
yeah.
I will say maybe the only thing that we could use against the Bengals to move them to D tier is that they weren't really that prevalent before Joe Burrow got there. But
Oh, no, they weren't.
but now he is, so it's like kind of off at current
Yeah,
times.
I
So,
mean, that's what's gonna happen though. You bring in a new superstar, like all
yeah.
these teams' fan bases are gonna grow. Like I'm sure some LSU fans who didn't have a team love Joey Brr and want to run.
Yeah. Um also
And
one
they got
last
Jamar Chase. So like LSU
yeah.
fans must like in part like the Bengals.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And just one last final thought on this list. The Jets are perfectly placed.
Yeah. So all in all, I think we did a good job looking back at the NFC list. If you haven't, go look at that previous episode.
Yeah.
That was part one. This is part two. Um, Jack, I'm very proud with the lists we came up with.
I think they're pretty legit. I think we were fair and definitely a little biased, but I mean, who isn't?
But we announced it
Yeah,
when we were a little biased. We said so.
for the most part.
All right, guys, we appreciate you giving us a listen. This is NJ talking. I'm Nick with my co-host Jack.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.